What's our positioning on Solitaire right now? We have seen nearly 5.5 years with Solitaire. Come August, we will complete 6 years with Solitaire. Many of you have been with us since inception. Some of you have joined in the last 1 year. To clearly position what we do in Solitaire, Solitaire is a modest risk-taking investment approach. It is a flexi-cap strategy. It's a strategy where we do bottom-up investing. Our time horizon in bottom-up investing is 5 years. If you have been in Solitaire from inception, we still own one company which has not quite performed. But as long as we believe that there still is opportunity for releasing shareholder value in that company, we are even willing to extend the time horizon. How do we maintain our conviction in such a situation? We continuously track the company. The analyst keeps updating our research continuously to see whether there is a case to reverse our judgment and change our conviction. If not, we continue to own that company. You would have noticed that in the last 2 years, your portfolio has been going through a slow transformation. We have either exited or paired several companies that worked very well in the last 5 years. In the process, we are trying to identify some new companies to take their place and gradually building their positions. Then there are other companies which are continuing to be owned in this portfolio since inception, which are also performed well. There you would have noticed that we would have paired our positions when the valuations became a stretch, and we are again buying when the valuations are coming in favor. Our conviction is holding on a continuum beyond 5 years. So, the product will continue to seek opportunities which are fresh, will continue to maintain its conviction in opportunities where we have stuck for 5-6 years, and gradually take some incremental risks in a market crash which will deliver both alpha and beta when the market stabilizes. Clearly, we are sitting in the middle of a market crash. It is a global crash. It is a test of global market sentiment. Like in any other such test, global market sentiment has buckled, and that buckling should be an opportunity. It's an opportunity for every one of us to think like that smartest person who invests in the market when the market crashes. Do we have tons of money to invest when the markets crash? Most people don't. But what matters is the 10% extra money that you put into your portfolio when the market crashes. If you are having 20% of capital to invest and your portfolio, let's say, is 1 crore and you put in 20 lakhs in a market crash, I can assure you that you would be one of the smartest investors. And Solitaire is actually positioned to help you become that smartest investor. That positioning matters because first, we are prepared very well to invest in a crash like this. It doesn't shake our confidence because we are bottom up, we have conviction in the companies, and our positioning in our portfolio is not so heavily export dependent. Let me explain. Our portfolio positioning is more oriented towards the domestic economy. And the domestic economy is reasonably well positioned to perform at least at a moderate growth rate. You can expect a 6% growth rate in the domestic economy. It's not a tall ask. So, if we are positioned towards taking the benefits of a stable domestic economy, I think that the drawdowns in the portfolio, the fall in individual stock valuations will tide over. They could be temporary. This positioning is very thoughtfully curated for you in anticipation of what we are seeing today. That's why you don't have the same positioning which you had 2 years ago in this portfolio, where a higher export orientation was visible. Today we have significantly reduced that. So, at a time when you are well positioned in your portfolio, showing more conviction and putting in more capital into the portfolio, let's say 10% of your corpus, or if you are a very active and a dynamic investor, putting 20% is not a tall ask. And there are investors who have super appetite to take risk when the markets fall. I have friends who say, tell me when I can give you 100% of my portfolio, but I will give it to you only once in a few years. And this friend of mine did this in 2020. He was a new investor to equity. Just doing this one thing changed his life. After that, he just adds maybe 10-15% every year to his portfolio. Now today, I sent him a message. I said, remember the last time? I think we are in another opportunity like that. He called me immediately. I told him what I said. Now he wants to invest 100% of his portfolio. Now, people who have such super appetites also can face drawdowns. So I want to caution you that only if you have high risk appetite and you have the appetite to see drawdowns, you should make very large incremental sums. But the rewards for making such large incremental sums in big crashes like this is definitely disproportionate. That is my experience. And in fact, most of my personal portfolio growth came from doing such large disproportionate lump sum investments when opportunities like this came. And that's true of every investor who has seen decades of investing. Solitaire is merely a vehicle to do it. It's merely a vehicle to do it. Our incentives are aligned to you if you manage to do it. We're not going to get carry. There's no feeling to all these thoughts. It's a pure opportunity seeking investment experience that we are trying to curate for you in Solitaire, and I hope that all of you watching this video have seen it from the perspective of what it can do for you, because that's all that matters. If you understand what the product can do for you in this economic and market context, if you understand what Solitaire can do for you in the middle of all this turmoil, and if you can foresee how, when this turmoil settles, Solitaire will give you a more stable and superior investment ownership experience, then we are onto a good thing. And hopefully, we are on to a really good thing, and I look forward to your responses in your portfolio towards a better future. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm extremely thankful to you for being with us on this wonderful journey.